good old days. And before I can
Absolutely.
talk
What, are
about
we
the
gonna,
good old
what was
days,
good about these good old days that you're talking about?
what was good about the good old days? Did I add it to the stage? I did not. What was
No,
good
you
about the
didn't.
good old days was Clash of the Titans.
Yep.
Come on.
I liked Clash of the Titans. I saw it in the theaters.
I was not lucky enough to see it in the theater, but it was a staple of my childhood on VHS. I guess it was on cable a bit too.
Yeah.
Experience the fantastic Clash of the Titans. I guess that's the original poster for it, huh? They're going for a little bit of a Star Wars vibe there.
Probably, yeah. I kind of
Sort of.
got that, and that's kind of the spirit I went to it into. This was one of the last films to really incorporate the Ray Harryhausen special effects.
Yeah, I think it was his last big movie. Yeah.
But this also kind of, for me, ushered in my love of the Greek mythology, which I next experienced with the movie Xanadu, which we've talked about on my channel previously.
Right. Yeah. Well, if you're in fact, let's be honest with you. For me and a lot of other young kids, this was our first exposure to Greek mythology. Was this movie?
Right. Exactly.
So we have our hero on the cover, Perseus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First, we have the gods. Who played Zeus? Sir Laurence Olivier.
Yeah.
And here are all the other gods. There's Athena. I think, who was Athena played by? What's her name? Most beautiful from the world.
You know what? I should have had this pulled up in my.
I hate it when this happens.
IMDb.
Ursula Andress.
Oh yes, Ursula Andress.
But we have Maggie Smith.
No, Ursula Andress was Aphrodite.
Didn't I say that? What did I say?
I thought you said Athena.
Oh, never mind. Yes, no, you're right. Okay, and who does Maggie Smith play here?
Oh, is she Hera?
No.
No, Thetis.
Okay. But yeah, she gets angry at Zeus because Zeus curses her son, remember?
Right.
Because he killed all but the last of the Pegasuses.
Yep.
But Maggie Smith, yeah, we're talking about Maggie Smith because unfortunately we have some unfortunate news about her tonight. But I love Clash. I watched it again and again and again on cable. So did I. I think you and I were probably watching at the same time. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful movie.
Very much felt like they kind of fell short in the marketing department with the toys.
Yeah.
They could have done a much better job with that.
Were there toys for this? Because I seem to recall there might have been.
There were some 3 3/4 inch action.
I think I had a Perseus toy. Yes.
There was a Calibos. I remember that. Yeah. They did the Kraken. A little large size. Not quite at the size you'd want. They should have done a Cyclops. They really should have. I don't think they did.
Was there a Cyclops in this?
I thought there was. Maybe I'm confusing it with another Ray
film. I think it was a Sinbad, or was that the Jason the Argonauts? Maybe.
Could be.
But here we go.
That kind of blends together with me.
Harry Hamlin as Perseus.
Yep.
And
one thing that I really loved was on your previous shot with Maggie, there was the in the background you had the little the clay sculptures of the humans. And I love this idea of them taking the humans, putting them into, the arena or into
like action figures,
as if, like they were playing a Dungeons and Dragons game with, they were the gods controlling fate, right?
Oh, I remember Theseus cursed the queen for comparing Andromeda's beauty to her and said that she had to be sacrificed. Yes, well, she said she was more beautiful than the Andromeda in her own temple. Right. And that gave her an excuse, actually, because she wanted to get revenge because she was angry that because her son was originally engaged to Andromeda.
Right.
But he became hideous by a curse by Zeus. So she was looking for the opportunity, give her an excuse to do some damage.
When you really dig into the myths, they played fast and loose with some of them, but at the same time, some of it was really good too.
But we have Perseus here. We have Burgess Meredith. I forgot his character's name, but he was a theater man, right?
Yes.
He knew all the great stories. He comes out wearing one of those ancient Greek theater masks, right?
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah, I did study. I took a history of theater course, and we read some of the Greek plays. They were They were rather interesting. How it's almost like how theater evolved over time. Like I think originally there was only one actor on stage, and then there would be multiples, and then there was a chorus. It was like it happened slowly over time. Yeah. But here we go. His little
Clockwork Owl. Yeah.
Yes, I remember that, and I'm thinking this must be the R2-D2 character in this.
Kind of.
And maybe it is, but I don't. But it works here.
I loved it. Yes. I loved it
because he was wound up, and I like the idea too. And I guess was this also sent by the gods? I think to help him.
I think so. Yeah. Because he also received the aegis and the sword, and I don't remember what other
Bubo,
right?
But I remember this movie. This movie had some terrifying monsters in it.
Yep.
There's his adversary,
Calabac, right?
Calabac,
wasn't that his name, Calabac?
I think so. It sounds like it. Or
Flappy's uncle. Yes, exactly.
Hold on, give me a moment. Should have brought up the wiki for this. But anyway, how old were you? Saw this in the theater though? Was it a big deal seeing it on the big screen?
I mean, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was kind of a spectacle. Yeah, I had to have been 10 years old when this came out.
I think that's the right age for this movie.
Yeah.
You got to see a little bit of boobage in this too.
Oh yeah, I guess you did.
Because back then, they didn't freak out about that sort of
thing. That was just the thing. Like I said, back in the late 70s, early 80s, PG films did have some brief nudity, and you just thought nothing of it, you know?
Yeah. Calibus, that was his name. Yes.
Calibus, yeah.
And it was originally handsome, now made hideous. But see on HBO, interesting bit Space Fraggle. I think I saw it on Showtime. I guess it was one of those movies that alternated. There we have the what was it, the Princess Andromeda here, I believe, right?
Oh yeah.
Played by Judy Balker, nice looking young woman. And then we have Perseus and his men, and they have to go. Basically, she gets cursed, and the Kraken. She has to be sacrificed to the Kraken.
Yep.
As you often say on your Friday streams, release the Kraken. It came from here.
Okay. Yeah, that's where that comes from. There's 3 movie clips in there, and the first one, of course, is from this film.
Interesting. And ancient.
The second being from the remake.
In ancient Greece, actors were masked to play different characters and to check the actor's ego because the story was the most important thing. Interesting. So the actor didn't get a big head. That makes sense. Because
if they did get a big head, it was because it was a big mask.
And hubris was a big thing in ancient Greece, right?
Yes, it
so
was.
You had to check yourself on. But yeah, let me see here though. We have the 3 sisters.
Yep.
Who only have the one eye to see out of.
Yep.
Remember this? And they're cooking something in a pot. And I think I saw a human hand in that pot.
Well, you see a bunch of human remains in front of him too. So I mean,
so this is a dangerous, but he has to figure out how to defeat the Kraken.
Yeah.
Which I think leads him and his men that they figure out they have to go find Medusa, right?
Right.
No means known to man, but maybe woman. Remember, that's what Burgess Meredith says in this, right? So
right.
This is the Medusa in this movie.
Very well done.
Another mortal woman cursed by the gods, much like Calibus. Oh my goodness!
Another great use of stop motion. The long shots of Calibus were done this way too, but those the snakes in her hair, just the unnatural, uncanny valley of stop motion does really elevate that creepy, scary element. Then you've got this lighting on her eyes, very, very reminiscent of Bela Lugosi in Dracula, right?
Like you don't ever see her completely, do you?
Right.
You see her, and this freaked me out as a kid. This is a true monster. And forget about just the fact that she can turn you to stone just by looking at you, which she can do.
Right.
She is a skilled archer. She is messing up Perseus's men when they go in there.
Yep.
And then what is it? I think he sees her reflection in the shield and then is able to use that. Because, of course, if you look at a reflection, you're not going to turn to stone, right? And then he was able to decapitate her. And then, but he still needs the head. So he puts the head in a, what do you call it?
Sack.
Into a sack. which I believe later on Calibus sticks his knife into so the blood can come out and he can pour it on some scorpions, I believe, and curse the scorpions.
Well, no, what happened was when the bag gets pierced, some drops of blood come out and they turn into giant scorpions.
I see.
I swear this was such a great template for those of us that were starting to get into Dungeons and Dragons back then, because it really was like that. It was like, and now for the next combat encounter, and now for the next combat encounter. And why are we fighting 3 giant scorpions? Just cuz.
This almost feels like a D&D campaign in a way, this movie, right? Yeah, this is and my late brother Junior could quote this entire movie from start to finish. Great. Great special effects, practical effects, blood made the scorpions. Right. Thank you, Space Fraggle. Yeah, great practical effects in this movie. Good actors. Harry Hamlin as Perseus, the son of Zeus. I guess one of Zeus's few. I don't know how many sons he had, but he had a few. This was our Harryhausen film of our generation. It made me go back and watch the other ones, though. I can tell you that right now. Real big fan of the Sinbad movies. At least I still have to watch Eye of the Tiger. I've never seen that all the way through, but I've seen the first 2. Seventh Voyage. They really need to put Golden Voyage and Eye of the Tiger on Blu-ray. But, yeah. But and there's the Kraken. This was, of course, the big showstopper piece, right?
Yeah, interesting take on the Kraken. Not what you would anticipate from mythology, but that's okay. Some creative license. It was good.
Yeah, I tell you that Zeus made more babies than Nick Cannon. Okay, I believe you. But Golden Fleece, yeah, that was the that would be Jason and the Argonauts, another great Harryhausen movie. I like the dancing gold actress in the gold paint. She was nice to look at.
Yep.
Troy, as soon as I get to stream, see something uglier than the end of my first relationship. I'm telling you, man. And the thing is, this is another thing too. Medusa, she was very beautiful, right? And wasn't she cursed out of jealousy by one of the gods, I think?
Yes, it was another one of those vanity kind of situations. Yes.
So hubris, humility, which I think are good things for us to keep. That's in short supply these days.
It sure is, especially among the actors. Maybe they should go back to wearing masks.
You know what? It's not a bad idea. Maybe that's what we should do. Start partaking in Greek theater again. See if there are any local productions. That might be an idea. Athena. Yeah, I believe Ursula Andress was Athena, right? Goddess of love. Actually, I like the one with the bird too. She was nice.
No, Aphrodite was goddess of
Aphrodite.
love.
Well, who's Athena?
Athena was goddess of wisdom.
I know nothing.
She was played by Susan Fleetwood.
Was she the one with the bird? The mechanical bird? Oh, because Zeus wanted her to give up bird to help Perseus, and she's like, I'm the owl, and I'm not doing that. So she had someone make a mechanical owl.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, and I believe Athena was, as goddess of wisdom, yeah, hers was the owl. Right.
Uh-oh. That's interesting. That'll do it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, no.
This was done very well.
Love. She didn't have a choice in the matter. That's the even worse part about it.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Was this Zeus again?
Yep. I believe it was.
Zeus.
Yeah, he was causing all kinds of problems.
All right. But that's it for Clash of the Titans. Any last words? I guess I should have I don't know. I feel like, what can we say that has been said? But I figured we would bring it up. Yeah, the Robot Owl was kind of like R2-D2, but funnily enough, I didn't mind him in this. I felt like that was them maybe taking inspiration, but it didn't feel... Well, it felt like it worked. I'll put it that way.
I love the idea of the kind of steampunk element to it, because it was like, yeah, sure, in the ancient era, something that, steampunk would be considered something like of the gods, right? And of course, Hephaestus creating it kind of fits the mythology too. Yes. I like that idea. That worked.